Hi everyone, I'm Emma Bellamy, and today we're diving into rule number 6. Don't study English, learn it naturally. I know this sounds strange, but stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what this means and how it will completely change the way you learn English.
What does it mean to acquire English? First, let me explain the difference between studying a language and acquiring a language. 1. Studying English. You memorize grammar rules, vocabulary lists, and verb conjugations. You feel stressed and frustrated because you're always thinking about rules when you try to speak. You translate in your head instead of speaking naturally. 2. Acquiring English. You learn naturally by listening to the language in real contexts, just like you learned your first language. You focus on understanding and enjoying what you hear, not on perfection. Speaking comes naturally over time, without stress or overthinking.
Here's the truth. Studying English makes you freeze when you try to speak. You're stuck translating, second-guessing, and worrying about mistakes. But acquiring English, like you did with your first language, allows you to speak naturally without stress. Why grammar is not the key to speaking fluently. Now I know what you're thinking. But Emma, how can I learn English without grammar? Let me explain. Grammar is not the starting point of a language. It's a tool we use to understand it better later. Think about this. Did you study grammar rules when you learned your first language? No, you listened to your parents, you heard stories, and you spoke naturally.
Grammar is useful, but it comes second. If you focus too much on grammar, you'll feel blocked and afraid of making mistakes. How your brain learns a language. Naturally. Here's something incredible. Your brain is already wired to learn languages naturally. It doesn't need a man-made order. Like, first the present tense, then the past tense. Your brain learns pieces of the language, verbs, articles, expressions, all at the same time as you listen. Stop worrying about understanding every single rule. Focus on listening, understanding the context, and letting your brain do the work. How to acquire English like a native. So how can you start learning English naturally? Here's what you need to do. 1. Listen to real English every day. Watch videos, listen to podcasts, or hear audiobooks in English. 2. Use subtitles as a guide. Turn on the subtitles to help you understand, but don't get stuck on every word. 3. Stop focusing on perfection. Mistakes are natural, even for native speakers. Enjoy the process of learning. 4. Immerse yourself in interesting content. Choose topics you love: history, health, motivation, or travel. When the content is interesting, listening becomes fun.
Why this method works and why studying fails. Here's why this works. When you learn naturally, you're training your brain to understand English as a whole. Over time, you'll start speaking and understanding without even realizing it. It's like learning to swim. You can't study water, you just need to jump in. Let me give you an example. Imagine you listen to an English podcast about your favorite topic. Let's say cooking or travel. At first, you don't understand everything, but you catch some words, you listen again, and it makes more sense. You listen a third time, and suddenly you're repeating phrases. That's acquisition, natural, stress-free learning. Now imagine doing that every day for a few months. Your brain will start thinking in English, and speaking will feel natural. Here's my challenge for you. Stop studying and start listening. Choose one podcast, one video, or one audiobook in English about something you love. Listen to it a few times this week and notice how much you understand and enjoy it. Leave a comment below and tell me, what are you listening to this week? How do you feel about learning English naturally? I'd love to hear your experiences. Remember, don't study English, acquire it. Listen, enjoy, and let your brain do the work. I'm Emma Bellamy, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's make English your superpower, one word, one day, one video at a time. Subscribe, listen, and learn. Stop studying, start living in English.